What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the tracking drone in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, up until this point, this equipment is not something that I use very much, but just recently I found out that it's really pretty good. Like, it's one of the better equipments in the game, and it can be really, really effective if you use it in the right way. So I wanted to check it out with you guys. So, anyway, the point of the tracking drone is you will shoot it out of your EXO launcher, and it's going to seek out an enemy near you and highlight them as a directional arrow on the minimap. They last for 20 seconds after they're fired. After 20 seconds, they'll just kind of like blow up and not exist anymore. And then also, if you kill the enemy that it's tracking, it also blows up and gets rid of it, or enemies can actually shoot it to take it out. It's got super low health, just one bullet, and it's gonna, kind of blow up and be gone. Now, my first question, and really the most important question with this thing is just how far away will it track enemies from? Like, if you shoot this thing up in the air, is it just gonna automatically go find somebody? No. If there's nobody in your close proximity, it's just going to kind of stay close to you and follow you around, kind of like the Night Owl did in Call of Duty Ghosts. And then once you get even relatively close to an enemy, like it's pretty far away, you guys can see right here, this guy was nearly halfway across the map. It will kind of like, start flying off away from you, and you can kind of follow it, and it'll point out where an enemy is, and you can take them out. So, yeah, it's actually an extremely effective equipment. Like, it's really good for those situations where you think there's an enemy in a room or around a corner or somewhere near you, and you're not sure. You can, fire that thing up in the air, and if they're there, it should track them out. And it's also really good just, generally in like search and destroy, search and rescue, any type of non-respawn game type, because kills and deaths in those modes are much, much more valued. They're much more important. And so, if this thing's going to keep you alive by showing you where enemies are in your close proximity, that's obviously going to be very, very effective. Now, there are obviously a couple of downsides to this thing. So, again, like I said, if there's nobody like directly around you within its radius, it's going to follow you around, make a bunch of noise, be hovering up in the air, that sort of thing, aka give away your position to everybody on the map. You can't be stealthy with these things if they're up in the air around you, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, also, there's somewhat of like a false confidence complex that's going on. I actually struggled with this for quite a while right when I first started using them, and it took a little bit to get used to. But yeah, there's just, it's kind of like you want to be a little bit too dependent on this thing, like you rely on it too much. So first and foremost, it's not going to pick up every target. If there are, 1, 2, 3 enemies in one small area, it's going to pick out one of them, but not all of them. So when you see that one pop up on the minimap, you're tempted to rush in there and take them out. But, oftentimes there's another, enemy or two around him that might pick you up because you aren't looking for them. You're focusing on what's happening on your minimap. So you got to watch out for that. And then also, the tracking drone will not detect people with the low profile perk on. So this is even a bigger deal. If somebody is in a room with the low profile perk, it's going to fly right past them. So if you're acting like an idiot, completely depending on this thing like it's all seeing, you're just going to follow it right through, think there's nobody there, and they're going to be able to take you out. So, yeah, this thing is super, super effective if you use it as a complement to your game rather than, kind of depending on it. Like, play your game like you normally would, check corners, check different things, make sure you're not rushing around like an idiot, but then also fire these things out, in certain situations when you think there might be somebody there, you want to check a room or something like that, and it can really give you quite the heads up as to, if somebody's there or not, and help you get a lot of kills. So, yeah, the tracking drone is definitely a very, very good equipment. I think a lot of the equipment is pretty weak this year because of the exosuit, being able to jump and dash and slide out of, blast radiuses of Syntex and frags and things like that. So I think the tracking drone can be a very, very, very good equipment if you want to equip it. But just be careful with it and don't get too dependent. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Check out these two videos if you haven't seen yet. And more great Advanced Warfare videos coming soon. Peace out, guys.